Within the hour, Governor Newsom unveiled a report detailing his administration's ideas for dealing with destructive wildfires in the future. KPIX 5's Wilson Walker live in Sacramento County with all the details. Wilson.
Well, details, something the governor of California is quite fond of, and boy, did he throw a few of them out over the last hour. He just laid out I can't think of another way to describe it other than a sweeping look at the costs associated with wildfires in California, everything from the upfront costs of the disaster of fighting the fires, but particularly California's energy future. We were talking yesterday about the possibility of rates doubling for PG&E customers with PG&E in bankruptcy. He spoke at length about that. Pretty much that this is the new normal, and while ratepayers are scared of these skyrocketing rates, he described it as a situation where someone somewhere is going to have to assume these costs, and he spoke specifically to PG&E about helping with those costs. Here is a little bit towards the end of his remarks where he spoke specifically to the issue of PG&E cooperating with this challenge now facing California.
PG&E also has to understand that we mean business as well. And their investors need to understand that loudly and clearly. They need to be part of this. That's why I sent that letter about the board. We need the capital. I'm not naive about that. I am, as I've said, a capitalist, but I'm about inclusive capitalism, which means I have the back of ratepayers, taxpayers. I care about my state, care about this country and what this state represents to the world. They have to be part of the solution.
Okay, so a pretty direct threat to PG&E, kind of asking them to jump on board with the skyrocketing costs associated with California wildfires. Remember, at stake here is affordable electricity for pretty much every Californian. So a shot across the bow again from the governor to PG&E, asking for resources to help measure these costs and get PG&E back to stability so ratepayers are not facing these sort of astronomical price increases. But it was an incredibly dense, how do I say, sort of professorial lecture from the governor today. It went on for the better part of an hour and covered just about everything from reforming the PUC to fire management practices across the state and some of the things he's laid out in the past couple weeks. But again, I think this all speaks to the severity of the challenge that is facing the state, and the governor clearly thinking this takes some dramatic steps to resolve it. We'll have more tonight at 5 and 6. Live in Sacramento at Cal OES, Wilson Walker, KPIX 5.